All right, friends, welcome back to another fantastic episode of The Audacity, featuring your girl, Aronica B. Cole of Needle in the Dell, and of course, the absolute snackable Julian creates.
Hey, everyone.
We are excited to come back because today we are not kicking off with any mess. And why is that, Julian?
Because we are in a grateful heart and a grateful spirit. This episode will be coming out on Black Friday, so we just got done with one of our both of our favorite holidays,
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving. Not for the historical reasons,
Yeah,
but just as a season of we have
gratefulness.
gratefulness. Like we've colonized the for our own purposes.
Mm-hmm.
This is a holiday just to sit down, to meditate, to reflect on gratefulness, to spend time with family, and to eat good and
Yeah,
unapologetically good
yeah.
about
So we hope that you are cozying up with some delicious leftovers from yesterday, whether it be kicking off your morning with a piece of pie and your coffee,
it. Amen.
or if you're listening to this in the afternoon and enjoying a little bit of gobble gobble turkey, maybe a little sandwich sitch. We hope that you are filling up with not just, of course, the good eats, but the good feels and soaking up some time with loved ones as well. So to kick things
Absolutely.
off, Julian is going to go first and share with us some of the things that he is most grateful for.
So, and I do this. I was gonna do this, so I'm gonna make her cry because one of the things I am truly grateful for, one of the people that I'm truly grateful for, of course, is Veronica.
Stop.
For always just being a friend. Um, as she said, she's a people collector. And I was one of the people that she collected. And I'm so grateful and thankful for that. She
Y'all know I'm a
came,
crier. I'm over here about to start
I
like
know
bawling.
that was the goal. But no, she pulled me in and has made me part of her family, even from afar. And I so appreciate her friendship. I so appreciate her texts like, hey, what's going on? Talk to me. And her intentionality around friendship. It has truly taught me so much. And so yes, I'm grateful for you. And grateful to have you in my life.
Oh my God, Julian. So you stole my thunder because I was starting off with you as well. um, it's so funny because Julian and I've shared how Julian and I became friends. Um, but one of the things that I am so grateful for is having a friendship with someone where I don't have to feel like I am perfect, where I can show up as my imperfect self, ask you if you hate me, and have you laugh at me and be like, of course not. And know that in all of the imperfect nature that I am, I still have your love and I still have your friendship. I still have your companionship, you know. And it's not just me, right? Like, even when we were in New York and Denver found out that I was with you, he was like, okay, I can stop worrying about you now because you're with Julian. And I know you're going to be fine as long as you're with him. You know what I mean? So knowing that not only that I have you, but also seeing how others like see our friendship, our chemistry, and how we are together, I feel like is a testament to what you represent to me. It's that unconditional love. It's that I know I'm going to be okay because I have this person in my corner. Like, I know if the world is against me and if I've got my Julian or my Juju, whoever is showing up that day, right? Like, everything is going to be okay because I know that I can bounce not just ideas off of you, not just feelings off of you, but I can also get I can step outside of myself and be able to receive what it is that you're saying, right? Like, you have the ability to give the feedback that is what I need in the moment, whether it's with a smile and a hug, or whether it's like, girl, you were tripping, like suck that shit up and let's keep pushing. You know what I mean? Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't always open, or I don't always feel safe enough to allow myself to open up to someone to be there for me, but you are safe for me. And I appreciate you so very much this season and every other season.
All I can
So
do is smile because I'm a thug. I don't cry. But
it's okay. I shed some
but
tears. I shed some thug tears for both of us.
and I think both of us can agree with this one in our Black Sewing Network family.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
Carmen, Terrence, Will, Nikki,
Hmm.
Aisha, LaShawn,
Dejanay,
Dejanay,
Brittany,
Tydre, Brittany, Shishi, um,
Aisha,
I, Aisha, Lisa, child, we go,
Renita. Yes,
um, T- Tanisha, like so everybody with Black
everyone. Yeah.
Sewing Network, the host, the guests in the comments, Rachel, Trish, like people who come
Hmm.
and the community that has been built.
Yes, the
Um,
Jilly Knot from Philly. Yes.
right, right. Brooklyn Tim, like
Yeah.
we just want to let y'all know that we are so grateful and thankful for y'all. And I think we've said it before, and we know y'all listening. We thank y'all for y'all support. We thank every listener for our for that has been
Yes.
supporting us thus far. But yeah, like if y'all on TikTok and y'all have not found the best kept secret ever, y'all need to learn about BSN, Black
Yeah.
Soul Network. The community that has been built, the safe space that has been built around creativity and sewing that exudes Black joy.
Yeah. Ooh, Black joy. And here's the thing. Um, Definitely want to give a special shout out, of course, to Carmen, who is the founder of the Black Sewing Network, because she found Black Sewing Network on a precedence of love
Mm-hmm.
and on a precedence of support and on a precedence of centering Black voices, Black creators, with the mentality of you can sit with us, come and join us. Like, not only do we make space for you, like you don't have to like push someone in and get in where you fit in. No, we're making space for there to be room for you. You don't have to shove your way in. You don't have to push yourself in. How can we make space for you? And it's not often that spaces involving Black voices exist out of joy, out of support, out of reciprocity. And in this season, as well as every other season, I know that I'm appreciative. Like, I also know that I'm so appreciative of the listeners. For those that don't know, I'm typically the one who's checking in on the comments and things like that. And last week, I sent a picture over to Julian just with the comments and the feedback from the podcast. And um, for me, I was like in tears, tears of joy, because when I had the idea for this podcast, I was like, oh, I don't really want to do it by myself. And a voice said to me, ask Julian to do it with you. And I said, hey, I have a quick question for you. And he was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, do you want to do this podcast with me? And he was like, yeah, when are we recording? And I was like, so I wanted to drop in like a week. Do you think that we could record ASAP? And he was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, I'm free. Let's do it. Um, and I wanted to do something that served our community, that made people say, as soon as I wake up on Friday morning, I'm trying to tune in to see what these two fools have said. Um, but to not have the dead space, the awkward silences and things like that. So not only shout out, of course, to my listeners, but shout out to, of course, again, Julian, for being like my partner in crime and being so open to even presenting this type of idea. And now my version of being, Julian and I are very similar, but we're very different. Whereas I am very big picture, like, hey, I'm showing up and I'm talking. Julian is like, what time are we showing up and what are we talking about? And I appreciate the even the way that our creative styles come together that way. Like, you could tell probably by how we even talked about Frogtails, how Julian was like, yeah, I've been packed for like a week or two. And I was like, so anyway, I haven't sewn any of my outfits and I understand that I board tomorrow. It's fine.
Right. But it's all right. Balance. It's balance.
Balance.
We find the balance. But yeah, we just have to, we felt today, especially after the cutting room and
Mm-hmm.
the cutting table last
The
week,
cutting table. Ooh. Ooh.
we needed to switch it up. Because let's be real. So yes, we have those cutting table moments and those are
Mm-hmm.
great. It's the key, but it's also cathartic to release that energy, but you
It
can't live
is.
in
No.
um you know, that's not how I operate in life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I can't, once I have to let that go, I have to grow and
Yeah.
move on from that. And this has definitely been a week of growth. I mean, and maybe because Monday, so after listening to this, Monday is my birthday. I will be 37 years old.
Whoop,
Jesus.
whoop.
So there's growth. There were a lot of things that I did not expect to fill on the bingo card of 2023, but I'm coming out cute. That's
And
what I'm
is
coming
and
out cute.
is.
I'm coming out cute.
Y'all,
So
listen, I'm gonna get these podcast episodes up on the YouTube channel because I promise y'all, you guys are gonna see it along with me that literally every podcast we record, Julian just be looking more and more like a Lunchable, like not even a snackable, because he's now upgraded his life. And I'm just like, golly, just when I thought he couldn't get more fine, look at him just being more fine.
give me a few weeks, I'm gonna be a crew to say board. How about
A
that?
crew, what? Mm-mm.
And then a charcuterie board. How about that?
He said he gonna be a charcuterie board. What?
Charcuterie. Like, look, we gonna all the way
Charcuterie.
up. Before you know it, I'm gonna be a whole tin of caviar.
A whole 10 of cap. Not even a 10 though. He gonna be fresh.
Asa
Caviar.
Trova
Mm-hmm.
of
Like
Atrocian
we just
Beluga.
got it. He said,
Look.
I can't. Meanwhile, your girl just trying to catch up to where Julian was a couple weeks ago. Just trying to catch up.
But child, look, whole meal, whole snack. We already there. I'm appetizer. You giving full plates. You
I'm
giving
just trying
are
to
giving
keep up
all
with
the
you.
nourishments. And I love it.
All of the nourishments. I simply cannot with you.
You are the soul food of it all. That feeds the soul and touches the heart. And put them to sleep right after. Look,
yes. A little
give them
itis, a little
the
nappy
itis.
nap.
Give them the itis.
I'm here for it.
So, especially along with this time of Thanksgiving and stuff like that, one of my other favorite things happens, and that is shopping.
And that
As we're
is
going in, because y'all know, yes, because capitalism is the bane of our existence, but also I'm a bitch to it. I mean, I don't know what else to say to it. Like, it's just.
He said I'm a bitch to it. I simply can't.
I mean, so let me give you an understanding of my love for shopping and where it came from. So as a kid, every weekend, and mostly every day, we will be in a store. When I say every day we would be in a department store, usually Elder Beerman's, because it was right down the street from the house. So that was it. That was it. So my love for garments, my love for clothes, my love for all of those type of things started early. And this is my season to do that. I remember one Black Friday, my birthday was on Black Friday. And me and a friend started at 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving and ended at 7:30, 8 a.m. on Friday. So a good 12 hours, started about an hour away and worked our way back to the city. Like, we started out, worked our way in with trips home to unload cars. That's how much we shopped. Let me tell you how fiscally irresponsible I was on that day. I made sure every card I had was cleared off.
I know that's right.
And cars that I had cut up, I called to make sure I could get back or use by just having the number. Took me a few years to pay that off because I lost my mind.
Not a few years. Oh,
I bought it was right before my college graduation, and I was all about, you wear ropes, you need to see the shoes. And there was a pair of shoes, a pair of Bruno Magli shoes from Saks. They were black with there's a blue streak down the front of them.
Dang.
And it's a loafer. Let me tell you. So I graduated in 2009. So this was when this was. Them shoes are still not broken in.
Damn.
And still look
still
new.
Not broken in.
Because I don't wear them that often. Because how often do you need to wear a pair of $700 dress shoes?
That's facts.
Now, no, I ain't paid $700. But still, on sale, they were still like $375.
Think about, like, if I've ever done I think that the biggest Black Friday that I've ever done was like right after my mom moved to Myrtle Beach because they have a bunch of
Hmm.
the outlets out there. So they have like the Tanger outlets
Hmm.
out there, and I did the like go stand outside. But I gotta be honest, like for the most part, big box stores, they've already been running their Black Friday sales and stuff like that. And also, I feel like, yes, we are in a capitalistic society, which means that I am more open to sharing my capital with small businesses, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
We don't do the Black Friday like that the old way. I don't do it
yeah.
anymore. I can sew for
Mm-mm.
myself. I couldn't sew then. So now I'm like, what? I ain't buying a piece of clothing unless there is, if I find, if
Hmm.
and I will put y'all all on the hunt. If I find a Sesame Street or a Muppet sweater
Oh, like
with
knitted sweater?
a character on the front.
Which character?
So I had one. This was when H&M first opened in Cincinnati. I had one that was Elmo, and
Hmm.
I've been eyeing one that is Kermit the Frog now.
Hmm.
But just a character sweater. I feel like I need it in my life.
Okay. I don't know.
Beyond
Maybe
that,
your birthday's loading, so I don't know.
I mean, Disney got one or two, but
Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm shopping for something else for Black Friday. I will say that my Black Friday shopping now as a parent is mainly geared towards the kids. But also like I feel like this year in particular, and I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but I'm so tired of spending money.
there's that.
Like I
There's
feel like this year has been an expensive year for me, especially because the bills from having the mastectomy are rolling in, and it doesn't make my bank account or my heart happy, but I'm alive, so there's that, right?
praise the
I
Lord.
mean, but this year is kind of like, so Bo, my son, which is the youngest of the family, previously he of course understood Christmas, but this is like the first year of him really asking for things, of him
Okay.
actually having like a list. And this is actually probably one of the first years that Kalima has actually had a list as well. Now, typically, I just freestyle it and I'm just like over here in mom mode, like, oh, let me get this, let me get that. Again, you and Denver are very similar. For those that don't know, my husband's name is Denver. Denver and Julian are very similar, which is probably the reason why that Julian and I get along so well. Denver is more like let's set a budget and like let's make some lists. Like let's be targeted about this. Whereas I'm just like, let's make it right. No,
Now, what
like
she don't know is that around shopping,
I do know that that's not you.
that ain't my ministry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're like make it rain. That I know
Yes.
that we're on one accord with, right? We're
Yes.
like a budget. What is that?
Right.
Why would we limit ourselves?
No blow about no budgets. I don't
No,
speak that.
like why would we live in an or world when we could live in an and world, right? Um, but this year I'm just like, man, I
Hmm.
just don't feel like spending. Like I'm just like, my bank account is like, bitch, can I get a break? And I'm
Look,
just like, I'm trying to give you one, sis. I'm trying to give you one, but every fucking month is just like spend, 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 spend.
so I've gotten into the habit now where I cash out on myself. So like if I'm gonna buy
Hmm.
myself something big, but then I'm loving the way having stuff paid off feels.
Yes,
So
that
I'm
is where
treating
I am.
right. So I'm treating that like as a cash out, like that's a luxury just to go ahead and pay off a credit card or something like that, or
Yeah.
a big bill. So I definitely have been doing more of that.
Yeah.
Now, even with that, there might be a few things because um I mean I love a good fabric.
Listen, I
I
was
love
about
a
to say
good
you can never have too much
seamstress.
fabric, especially because my
I
shit
love
is
a good
organized now.
notion. Oh, child, if you see behind this camera, my
Listen, I see what's behind that camera. I was about to ask you what you were working on, but I'll save that for our what you working on segment.
I mean, all I gotta say, I will show you. I'll give you
Wow.
a little sneaky peek.
Look, wow. The welt pockets are going to always welt. That's what we can say about this.
Just a little something. But yes, fabric. I will be purchasing some. So we
So
wanted to
who's
just
got a
give you
deal?
some ideas of where you can go that we like shopping at. So
Mhm.
this is one of the places is people ask about where I get my fabric from. And this and no, this is not sponsored. This is I pay my money for this.
Hmm.
Is Fabric Mart. So Fabric Mart Fabrics is one place that I shop at all the time. Not the time, but the
The
time.
okay.
I
Okay.
was I was an ambassador for them a few years ago. I was one of their Fabric Mart fabricistas. But even since then, I
They
still
just
shop
opened that
there.
back up again, right?
Did they? No,
I
they
feel
might.
like they did.
But even outside of that, I shop there a lot. Just because it's a lot of dead stock and stuff like that from large fashion houses and stuff like that. And they have sales that happen basically every day, and it changes, and it could be upwards of 60% off of a category
Oh,
of fabric.
I like
This
that.
for Black Friday, they have deals all week. So it's the today's deal, and this is on Tuesday. Tuesday, today's deal was 70. So it ain't even 60. It's 70% off of Shali and 70% off of wool.
What?
Right.
We'll be heading
Right.
over there.
So checking out Fabric Mart throughout the weekend and through the holiday season, especially for fabric. They also sell bundles, so you can get a fashion fabric bundle, which is like upwards of 10 or 20 yards of fabric. You
What?
can get whole cuts of like they sell by piece. So a lot of my wool coatings, like my 100% wool coatings,
Mm.
I've gotten there 3-yard pieces for how much? $15. I
Wow.
have them in chocolate and in black.
He
So
said chocolates.
I'm letting y'all know. I'm checking them out. Checking them out. Will also be shopping some of my friends. If you have friends in the sewing community, a lot of us now have Amazon stores and stuff like that.
Yes.
Shop your friends' stores. So even if you are not buying anything like that, go through. If you know you're about to do
Mhm.
some Amazon purchases, go just use their links. Just use their links.
Julian's and I's will be listed underneath these show
Yes.
notes because show your support for us. We love you.
So and so you can buy the stuff that we have. I have a lot of things listed. Like I like the practical gifts now. So the way I buy needles, because y'all need to be changing y'all needles like y'all change your drawers.
You're gonna have us out here changing needles all the
Change your needles like you change your drawers.
time.
Because if you keep your drawers in too long, what's gonna happen?
Oh my goodness. I don't
Stuff is
even
gonna
know.
bubble up like biscuits.
Like I'm like, I don't even know what that looks like.
So I buy my needles in, I buy like the Schmetz needles. I buy them in the case. So I buy them in boxes of 100 each. They sell both like your regular as well as your Microtex. If y'all did
Okay.
not know, Microtex is one of my favorite needles, especially for knits. I don't know why. Now, I ain't telling you to do this on every project, but
Mm-hmm.
especially like your ITY, some of your double brush polys, I find that I have a
Mm-hmm.
better result using a Microtex than I do a stretch needle. That's my experience. So, especially for either the source in your life or if you gifting yourself, treat yourself. Get you some boxes of needles because
Hashtag it.
you know you don't you will use them. You ain't got to worry about it. So, things like needles. This is the perfect time to get you the good scissors that you want
Mm-hmm.
because your hands will thank you. And by good scissors, you might want to look outside the ones you can buy at Joann's, even though Joann's will be having sales on scissors. From Joann's, I get my smaller, like my snips and my little scissors that I keep near my machines. My
Mm-hmm.
larger scissors, like so my shears and stuff like that, I go up a brand. So sometimes I will go to Kai. You
Okay.
have the 5 series Kai, you have the 7 series Kai. The
Mm-hmm.
7 series are the
Those are some fire
professionals.
scissors.
When I tell you I love my Casa shears, I love them. But then, of course, you can go to, I think it's like Wilkerson and Son, the XO brand. So those are like $300-$400 scissors, but they're
Oh.
beautiful. So, treat yourself, especially, let's say that you've been sewing for a while and you know that sewing is now going to be your thing. Don't be afraid to
Mm-hmm.
treat yourself. Also making sure that you look at all your different sewing machine brands. Put it on if it's on your list, like as of I saw it literally earlier today, is that if you get a L890 serger from Bernina, they are also giving a Bernina studio with it. A studio is the
Wow.
table, is a koala table to go with it, and that's like a $3,000 value.
Wow. And
So
also make sure that you're checking just specifically for Bernina, make sure that you're checking your local dealers because even
absolutely.
they are going to be having their Black Friday sales. Um, I don't know what like Atlanta Sewing Center, and I don't remember your dealer's name.
Kramer
Um,
sewing back. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know what they have going on exactly, but definitely take a look. If you listened to one of our previous episodes, heard us talking about Bernina's and you're like, yo, I'm ready to jump on the train. And you know that they're going to be having some sales around Black Friday, or you've been saving up. Listen, call a local dealer and see what they've got going on, right? Because around this time they're looking to get rid of floor models. So not only will they have their sales happening, but they're going to deeply discount those floor models just for you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind.
And also, so we talk definitely about the Berninas, but even like the Burnett's. So I'm looking on
Yes.
their website right now, and let's say that you want an air thread serger. Air thread serger, you can get a Burnett 64. Normal price is around a little over $1,700. It will be
Mm,
$1,000 for Black
wow.
Friday. Um,
$700 off.
mhm, mhm. Or even the Burnett 77. So that is one of the machines that I own. It's one of my backup machines that I use a lot. Normal price is 2,000. It will be 999.
$1,000 off.
Look, so, and this is just one brand, and this is just the brand that we know the most.
Right.
But definitely check. This is a time to, especially, because sometimes you have not because you ask not.
You have not because you ask not.
So, if you got that list, I don't know about y'all,
Mhm.
but we grown now. So I don't allow people just to be guessing about what to get me for a
I know
holiday.
what I want.
I give them the Amazon list. I give them with the links, with workable links to affiliate links. How about that?
That
So
part.
get y'all list together. What's on y'all list
I
that you
know
share it?
fabric for me, for sure. No, I'm just joking. It's definitely not on my list. But speaking of fabric, um, one of the fabric stores that I actually recently fell in love with as a result of the one and only Julian Creates is Fabric Warehouse Direct. I had or Fabric
Mhm.
Wholesale Direct, excuse me. I've ordered from them a couple of times. In fact, I recently taught a class at Spelman College and I had to do a bulk order for them. And their shipping is fast, their prices are incredible, and they're doing 30% off site wide. So now they also do their pricing based off of tiers. So if you order a certain amount of fabric, then of course that means that that price comes down even lower. Um, and then they also have some free gifts. So spend $50, get matching cone of thread. Spend $75, you get the cone of thread plus a new tape measure. Spend $150 and you get both of those plus free tailor scissors. So
Mhm.
I don't know. That sounds like a really great deal for me. Um, if you are someone who is like, hey, I'm not ready to go to projector sewing, which you should keep up with us because I'm about to announce my classes very soon.
And y'all need to take it because it's good and wonderful. Mhm.
Pink Spoo. But if you are a indie pattern sewist and you are printing, the Keith Mabry PDF plotting is having a sale on their printing. So you can save 20% off of orders over $25 and 25% off orders over $100. Now, what does that mean? That means that like if you upload like the AO format or something like that to that website, instead of actually having to use your own printer to print those patterns off, you can have them shipped to you. For me, this is something that is really, really big. Last year, or rather earlier this year, when I taught at the Sew Expo, I had all of my patterns that we use for my classes printed from them. And one, I felt like they were really, really fair with their pricing, but also as well as their printing. They have excellent customer service because I needed to have mine rushed because someone waited till last minute. It was me. I'm that someone. And they responded very kindly to my email where I was a little frantic. So that is pdfplotting.com. And again, they are offering up to 25% off of their orders, which again, fantastic deal.
So also another place to check out this holiday season, and thinking of some of the smaller, especially fabric shops that we shop at, LA Finch Fabrics is another one. They have 30% off all fabrics, notions, and patterns right now.
Mm,
It is applied directly at checkout. So there is no code needed. Definitely something to check out. And so I especially
like
shop
that.
there. They're in the bow area, like, and they have really some really great denims and chambrays and stuff like that. They have Cone Mills denim, that is one of the preeminent like places that you can purchase them from now, with some different awesome colors and different things like that. Designer knits options and stuff like that. So a good place to check out that we like to support. So
Yes. Um, Also, simplicity.com, of course, is having their Black Friday sale that is happening right now, which means that, yes, baby, our sales are currently on sale. I mean, our patterns are currently on sale. So if you have missed any of the Nomi patterns, now is a really great time to get them at $3.99 a pattern. Simplicity McCall's are $3.99 as well. New Look is $2.99 and Vogue patterns are $5.99. Now, if you are someone who either likes to print out your patterns, especially if you are listening to us overseas, or if you are a projector sewist, shout out to us. That $3.99 does apply to those PDF patterns. So that is something that is really good to know. For me, I was able to download and put together Julian's pattern super easy. If you check out my YouTube channel, I showed exactly how I use my projector to cut his pattern out, which was really helpful because my husband woke up this morning with Julian's pattern on his mind. The first thing he said to me was, "You know what? I really like those pants." He was like, "I feel like I'm wearing sweatpants, but I really look like I'm put together." So if you have a
he
person
got the
in your
vision.
life,
He gets
yes,
the
he got the
vision.
vision. Um, and that was my very first text message to Julian this morning as well. So if you are looking to catch up on some of our releases, now is a really great time to do that as well.
Absolutely. Also, melanated fabric. So if you are a fan of Mimi G as well as Brittany J. Jones, their fabric store, which is in Atlanta as a brick and mortar, but also available online, Melanated Fabrics, is 25% off for Black Friday as well. And they have a really great curated range of fabrics, especially different prints and stuff like that, which are really neat and really cool. So another good place to check out.
Yes.
And now
Um,
note also too, we are telling you this, but you need to shop responsibly. Any
yes.
if bill collectors are calling you, you can't blame
Don't
us.
shop. Don't shop if you owe
Make
somebody
sure
money.
the bills are paid first.
Yeah. Yes. Get your checks in order.
I'm
Okay.
just saying. I'm just
I
saying.
don't want to hear anything about Julian and Aronica enabled me. Mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Don't
We encourage you to pay your bill.
right,
Okay.
right. Because don't blame FOMO on us. Don't do
Mm-mm,
it. Keep it
mm-mm.
cute. But yeah, we just wanted to make sure that people know of some of the places that we really support, that we like to shop at, that we check out during the holiday season, that you can also as well. But also you could let us know in the comments, like what are some places that you like to shop at, some sales that you know of. We are not the biggest on the bag making side of things. So I know there are probably some bag makers, some of with different hardware
Mm-hmm.
stuff that are offering stuff, some vinyl, like custom vinyl artists and stuff like that are offering stuff. What are you shopping for this holiday season? We would love to know.
Um, if you are a pattern junkie like your girl here, I do have some pattern companies that are doing sales. Now, one of the things that Julian did ask me was if Made for Mermaids is doing a sale. We typically do not do holiday sales, we do anniversary sales. Although all of Patterns for Pirates, their freebies, their holiday freebies are dropping the 27th through the first, like through that week. They have their holiday freebies dropping. And Made for Mermaids has our freebies dropping as well. But if you sew for kids, Brindle and Twig has up to 30% off. Little Lizard King has 50% off until the 27th. Peony Patterns has 40% off until the 26th. Chalk and Notch, I love their patterns. Shout out to them. 20 to 30% off of patterns. Their codes are on the website till the 27th. Sew House 7. Okay, so listen, my Burnside bibs are one of my favorite, like kind of like overall situation. And those are by Sew House 7. I also love the designer at Sew House 7. She has 20% off of everything until the 27th. She actually has both patterns and supplies. Sophie Hines has 20% off of everything until the end of December 2nd. And then important to note that on Thursday, they are going to have 10% of all sales be donated to the Navajo Water Project. So literally, you'll probably miss this if you're listening to us on Friday, but I do hope that you'll be able to make those purchases then. Edgewater Ave, they specialize in swimwear. They have 25% off through the 27th. Dog Under My Desk bag patterns. We were just talking about bags. They've got 50% off if you buy at least 2 patterns. I like that. If you're into historical costumes, the Black Snail pattern designers, they've got their costumes 20% off. Grainline has up to 30% off of patterns until the 27th. Pattern Scout has 25% off all patterns with code THANKFUL through the 26th. Wardrobe by Me is having 30% off sale. Wardrobe by Me also, I want to say, features men's patterns as well.
They do.
So super shout out to them. And finally, Friday Patterns also is having a sale, 30% off until the 1st of December. And they also have more gender inclusive patterns as well. And they actually just dropped a new pattern, which is super cool. It's called the Pogo Knit Half Zip. Very, very cool. It is like a pullover, but it folds down into a pouch. So yeah, also very, very cool. So
So y'all, there are so many options for you this holiday season, especially with the patterns. If you decide to sew for others, God bless you, because it ain't my ministry. But if you decide to sew for others for as gifts and stuff like that, go forth and have a good time this week.
Please do.
Because what I'm telling y'all now, I ain't sewing for nobody. We're not.
You know what? I actually feel like I'm at a point where I feel comfortable enough to sew for people.
And I am always feeling comfortable enough to say, no, I will teach you how to do it.
I'm just trying to teach you how to fish because I want you to fish for forever. Like I want to keep you fed, you know?
Exactly. I will empower you.
Empower you.
In your creative endeavors. Yes. Because
email me should you have a question.
I ain't doing it. You hear me? I ain't doing it. But I mean, there might every so often I will do a quick little project or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I've decided this year we're not.
I know that's right.
I'm the gift. And people better be happy about it.
I know that's right. He said, I'm your present. Here, my presence.
My presence.
Thank you so very much.
In your life.
In facts.
Provides a light that you just did not know that you needed.
I'm here for it.
I promise y'all, I'm really not this conceited in real life, but allow me to have my moments. I got my hair cut today. Like as
and
shape
you look so fly. Which is why the only thing that I can do is encourage it.
So yeah,
Because what else is there for me to do besides enable?
It just turns up the attitude, just a hair. Just a hair.
Which looks fire, by the way, the hair.
Well, and I appreciate it. So as we talk about Thanksgiving and stuff like that, are you making an outfit to wear for Thanksgiving? I
did make an outfit to wear.
So what you wear?
I am wearing one of the Maves that I tested and I made during testing. It's New Pattern November. We are still celebrating. Actually, speaking of, let me pause for the cause. So New Pattern November, as you guys know, it is our opportunity to kind of break out the patterns that we have bought and just haven't sewn. We do have some quality giveaways. Okay. So your giveaways include pins from the one and only beautiful Dana. She is a sewist in the community, and she makes these really dope pins. I'm giving away a set of pattern weights from the one and only Raven Maureen.
Come on.
I'm giving away a set of the pattern from the sewing disc that I've created.
All right. Look.
I'm giving away patterns my patterns, that is. So you'll just have to let me know what sizing you're in, as well as fabric. So all you have to do is just post your makes with hashtag new pattern November and you're entered. That's it. Literally, that's it. It's not voting to see whose is the best. It's nothing like that. Literally, it is just stop just keeping those patterns that you bought as like for safekeeping. Make those bitches, okay?
Look,
So that
look.
was that update for that. Because look, we can't just encourage you guys to buy these patterns and y'all not selling them. So
Mm-hmm.
new pattern
Mm-hmm.
November. You're
I love
welcome.
it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So yes, of course I'm wearing, so again, birthday weekend. So we're currently sewing up the outfit for the Sunday before my birthday, which is Monday,
Right.
because I don't really have anything to go. I'm not doing a lot on Monday, but I'm doing stuff on Sunday. And
Mm-hmm.
I have a thing, I like to christen new clothes at church when possible.
Mm.
So I
Let
am
the Lord
doing
say amen.
Hale. So I am doing my redemption pants. So these are going to be my Know Me 2018 pants. That when I took the picture in them for when I modeled them for the cover, I hated
I
them.
cannot wait. I want you to know I'm giddy.
So we are mid sewing. So the welt pocket that she saw earlier is on the back of the pant. So yes, and it is in an animal print
It's so fire.
and giving all it needs to give. Of course, we also did the pleats for the front.
Let me see this pleat. I know it's so good. Come on. This is just as I suspected. Fire.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, these are coming together. All the pieces have been serged. So now we're just doing pockets and then zipper. And then literally it's once you break down pants into like
Yeah.
doing darts and pleats first, then doing pockets, fronts, and backs first.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure all your pieces are serged around the edges because I like to press out my seams for pants when
Mm.
possible. It goes together really fast. So we are just now doing all the fiddly bits first. Um, and then I'll put them together. And basically once after pockets and all that other stuff done, you do your zipper and then
Mm-hmm.
you start it comes together pretty easy.
I
So
know it does. I know it does.
and
I know
then I
it
have a
does.
sweater to make still for that. But then on Thanksgiving itself, I am wearing the hack of my current Nomi pattern, which is 2059, which is my
Mm-hmm.
coat. We hacked it into bomber jackets. We did that on live together. So I
I have to
finished mine.
photograph that.
Uh-huh. And we definitely need to do that because of course it is the Sew Your View pattern of the month with Ella's pattern. And there is a
Mm-hmm.
challenge there too. So if you still got a little bit of time.
Challenge.
And there's a $49 challenge on the line for that one. And then with BSN, if you did my pattern, so 2059 or any of the men's Know Me patterns from the whole collection, you can enter into the 99 Problems Challenge, where there will be not one, not two, but three $99 prizes to win.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a FYI. So and that is with BSN. So you can check out Black Sewing Network on TikTok or on Instagram to find out all the rules for that. But I am wearing I made matching pants for it. So I'm wearing Dottie's pants, which I think is Know Me 54 maybe or
Like,
56.
don't have me lie to you today.
Child, I can't. Don't ask me the numbers. I know I got it wrong, but I'm wearing Donnie's latest Know Me pattern, and then of course, in all of this, we also, or at least I did, I got my spring pattern in the mail,
Me
and the
too.
time and the clock has started.
The
So
clock has started. I
we
cut
have.
mine.
Oh, I at least opened up the package.
Yeah, I did cut the pattern out. Don't ask me where I put it. I cut it out though.
I opened up the package, and
Yeah.
um, I've shown the fabric I think before, but then talking to the Carmen, I think I might have changed it and might go monochrome for my outfit.
How many views do you have?
Just one. Well, it's two, so I have top and bottom, but it's just one outfit to make.
One of these days I'm gonna be like, Aronica, why don't you just make life easier for you? Today's not the day. Summer might be. I don't know. No, summer really is though. But yeah, I have decided on fabric. Now I just have to source the fabric. And then it just occurred to me that it's I'm running out of time. So anyway, I'll be heading to Fine Fabrics in hopes that they're doing some fucking Black Friday sales as well. Because
Look,
your girl needs to get some no, or you know what? I'm gonna just go to Joann's because I specifically want lightweight denim. Like I want a chambray,
okay.
and then I want a white eyelet.
Mm.
I
So
don't know
I
if I'll be able to
know
find that second one, but if I can't, then
you can go to Fine Fabrics then.
yeah.
But I do know that currently so a good portion of denims at Joann's are on clearance. So there are some of their embroidered denims with like beads and stuff on them. They're like 60% off. Just FYI.
I swear, Julian, during this episode, I have looked at no lie, at least 4 fabric websites because of you.
I mean,
Like
I'm
I
an
definitely
enabler.
was on Fabric Mart and I was like, oh, they don't have any of these last cuts underneath this clearance of the fabric by the piece. They don't have it, but these bundle offers are hitting on something.
I
You
tell
know what
you.
I'm saying? I went through the bargain bin as well. The
Mm-hmm. But
dollar
also you
ninety
need to
nine
check
sale.
the challis.
They have some good stuff in this dollar $1.99 sale. They have some fabric by Alexander Wang. And I'm just like, I mean, like, if you aren't enabling your friends, are you even friends?
I'm trying to tell you. We know how to do this.
So,
We know
um,
how to do this.
but yeah. And I might even see what Kiki's Fabrics has because
Mm-hmm.
she's a new fabric designer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not fabric designer, but fabric store. She was on Project Runway and launched a fabric store. So I might go and see what she's got available to see like what is hidden. You know what I'm saying? See if she's got something that I need for my pattern. But I feel like I'm not working on anything outside of pattern tests this week, which honestly for me works because this week my kids have been out of school, which has given me a lot more time to knock things out. Like I've been able to get up earlier and get the things done that I have to get done, and I don't have to stop at 2:30 if I don't want to. You know what I mean? Which has been incredibly helpful for me. Um, I cannot wait to see these pants though. Like
I'm
I just
excited.
am giddy.
I'm excited.
You
So
got me ready to see if I can just drop like 10 or 15 pounds right quick to go and put on my Mitchell trousers that I made out of the same fabric.
I mean, look, I mean, take a same repertoire, make it a skirt real fast. That's all it takes.
Facts.
Make it a skirt. That's all it takes. Um, but yeah, we just wanted to provide inspiration. This is we in the holidays,
We are
and
in the
holidays
holiday.
make us giddy and happy. So we were trying to
Facts.
make sure that we provided that same holiday cheer. And note that our hearts are with you if for those who struggle with holidays, with family issues and stuff like that, know that um we're here with you as well.
Yeah.
That you have a safe spot with us. Listen to us gripe, go back to some old episodes. We're here with you. And probably hell, y'all probably see us. You might see me on live. You just never know what you might find.
Facts.
But just note that you are not alone. We hope that those who have family, have friends to spend the time with, that you spend time with them. And if you don't, that you spend time with yourself. Be
Mm.
sometimes, as Layla Hathaway said, sometimes you got to make the mirror your own best friend. And then
Mm.
maybe then you can find the peace within. So
Come
spend
on.
time with yourself, and enjoy yourself too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a perfect way to end the episode. We do hope that you know that we are thankful for you. We are thankful for you. And if no one has told you today that they love you, we love you. And we hope that you enjoy the rest of your week.
Absolutely. And make sure that you are finding time to create for yourself and have a good time.
And fuck these hoes.